first mantra. I will chant, you can repeat. Harihi Om. Harihi Om. Brahmavadino vadanti. Brahmavadino vadanti. Kim karanam brahma kutasma jataha. Kim karanam brahma kutasma jataha. जीवामकेन क्वच सम्प्रतिष्ठाः जीवामकेन क्वच सम्प्रतिष्ठाः अधिष्ठिताः केन सुखेतरेषु अधिष्ठिताः केन सुखेतरेषु वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्थाम् वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्थाम्. Upanishad introduces the discussion among Brahmavadinaha, the people who discuss about Brahman or the teaching of Vedas. And by the way, this Upanishad is commented upon by someone who is known as Shankaracharya ji, even though it is generally not accepted that Adi Shankaracharya ji has written the commentary on this Upanishad. But we do have a commentary which is known as Shankara Bhashya. So maybe some Shankaracharya ji of some Pitha might have written the commentary and it might be known as Shankara Bhashya. But because of style, etc., scholars generally do not accept. But many books are printed and they give this commentary as Shankara Bhashya. I have got this book which contains that commentary and it is given as Shankara Bhashya. There is another commentary, those who are interested in all this, that is called Shankaranandi Deepika. Deepika means small lamp. So there is one commentary which is called Deepika by Shankarananda, who was an Acharya of Sringeri Pitha. And we have got one more commentary called the Narayana Tika or Narayana Deepika. This one Swamiji, whose name must be Narayana, he has written. And one more commentary is there. Vijnana Bhagavat Acharya has written the commentary. So many commentaries are there. Plus, Vishishtadvaitis have written the commentaries. So many commentaries. I don't get time to read, otherwise 6-7 commentaries are there. And you have to stay here for 3 months. You have to cancel your ticket. I also have to cancel my ticket. So we will not do that. And so, whichever meaning is appropriate, we'll take. Why I'm saying that? Because some of you might be reading some translation now or afterwards, and you will see the different translation is given. So same mantra can be interpreted in different ways. And therefore what I have said, that alone is right, and others, what they have said is wrong, that is not the idea. Therefore don't get confused that this meaning is right or that meaning is right. In many places, both ways it can be seen. Sometimes some meaning can be wrong also. But sometimes there are ways of seeing. And you can handle different ways of seeing when you have got good grasp over the subject matter. Otherwise, what happens if you try to get too many meanings, you don't get any meaning. Nothing stays in your head. Why? Because too many are given. One person told me, I was very fond of giving so many interpretations. I love to give that. But somebody told me that Swamiji, when you give 2-3 interpretations, then none of them stays in our mind. And therefore, I will try my best, even though I am tempted every now and then to give two, three, and they are there. But where it is useful, very, very useful, I will give one more. But generally, I will stick to one interpretation. I am telling this to myself. I am auto suggesting. Give only one interpretation. But I love to see how different ways it can be seen. Alright. So here the discussion of Brahmavadinaha, some great rishis, those who are Brahmavadis, their discussion is given. And what is the discussion? What is the Karanam? And that itself was explained further from where we are born, by whom we are sustained, and where do we resolve into, and who is controlling our life in terms of Sukha and Dukkha. I want to be happy all the time, but I am not able to be happy all the time. What is that? What is that presiding factor? Thus, one question in general and three questions are explanation of the first question, and the fourth is the question regarding the control, the ruler. So 1 plus 4 questions are there. And here, since word Brahma is used, one more question can be seen as implied question. And what is that? Kim Brahma Karanam? Is Brahma the cause? And that also is a matter of doubt for this Brahmavadina. Because they have some idea about what is known as Brahma. And generally Brahman is limitless, and being limitless, it is free from all modifications. And without modification, someone cannot become the cause. And Brahman is said to be Akarta, Abhokta, and therefore, how can it become the cause? So that particular question also is implied. So with this background, we'll enter into the next mantra. This mantra words are in particular order. When we arrange in a more systematic order, then it is called Anvaya. So at the end of the mantra, I will read Anvaya and go to the next one. He Brahma Vidaha Kim Karanam Brahma Kutaha Vayam Jatasma Kena Jivamaha Vachasam Pratishtaha Kena Adhisthitaha Santaha Santaha we supply Sukatareshu Vyavastham Vartamahe. Alright, those who are into it, for them it is useful. Otherwise, don't bother about it. So, what did you do? We can't understand. You read the mantra again? No, it's slightly different it was. Alright. Some people it is very important. For them, I have told it. Because उसका भी पैसा वसूल होना चाहिए ना. Means they should get value for their money. That's what I said. So for them, I am doing okay. सबका पैसा वसूल होना चाहिए. Okay, next. Now they are exploring different possibilities, and they themselves are going to reject those possibilities. That is the content of the next mantra. Kalasvabhavo niyat Kalasvabhavo niyatiryadracha Kalasvabhavo niyatiryadracha Bhutani yonih purusha Bhutani yonih purusha iti chintya Bhutani yonih purusha iti chintya Sanyoga esham natvatma bhavat Sanyoga esham natvatma आत्माप्यनीशः सुखदुःखहेतोः। Please chant. Various possibilities are explored. The first one is Kalaha, time principle. Kala, time is a very important factor for creating. We say that my time has not come. This is not happening because my time has not come. Marriage is not happening. Why? Time has not come. So, Kala is important factor. When time comes, it happens. How it happens, we don't know. How it happens, Kala. So Kala is one factor. And here, these commentators very nicely explain that this Kalaha possibility is explored by them, dismissing another possibility that some atoms are responsible for creation. To them, this possibility is saying that, our exploration of this possibility says that atoms can combine when time comes. The Nayayikas, the logicians, they think the atoms are responsible and atoms combine and they make the molecule, and the molecule from that we have got different things. So for them it is said, no, Kala has to come for them to combine. So Kala is responsible. But time can do something only when it is the nature of a thing to be that particular thing. Agni will become Agni when Agni will have this Aushnyam, then only it can do the job of burning. And therefore the next factor is Svabhava, the nature of things. Many people consider nature, Svabhava itself is responsible for creation. Nothing else is required. That is how Svabhava. It is the Svabhava of a thing to become a mountain. It is the Svabhava of a thing to become a river. Therefore it becomes. So Svabhava. Svabhava means natural trait of a thing. Then Niyatihi. I please don't proceed. Don't go ahead. Huh? So Niyatihi. When time comes, I will tell. Kalaha is a karanam. Okay, so let Kala be there. Niyatihi. Niyatihi means destiny, which can be taken as Punya Papa. So Punya Papa also are responsible for things to happen. Our Shastra says the world which you are seeing now is because of the Punya Papa of all the Jivas. COVID happened. Why? Because there was some Punyam, some Papam. Some Punyam also got fructified. Many doctors and pharmaceutical companies earned a lot. Very much. And some people say, Swamiji, COVID is a blessing. I have heard this from so many people. Swamiji, because of COVID, we could start this online Vedanta classes. Many people got the teaching job, because of this COVID. Otherwise, they could not have taught. So nobody will come. But because, people were free and online class demand was there, so they could become teacher. So some people punya fructified, some people lost their near and dear ones. So many people lost their jobs, lot of financial difficulties, business went down. And so Samashti Punya Papa is also responsible for the manifestation of the world in a particular way. Even in the beginning also, the world is created for what? For exhausting the Punya Papa of Jivas. Therefore, Niyatihi. Niyati also has got different meanings, but I am giving one. I am telling myself only one meaning. Niyati. Other meaning is there. Is I have written also, but I will not tell. Niyati. Next one is Yadricha. Yadricha means chance. Some people believe that everything happens by chance. One lady was telling that Swamiji, I went to Vedanta class, you know how? Because I met one lady when I was buying vegetable. See, when I was buying vegetable, I met one lady and she told me there is Vedanta class. So by chance only I got it. So chance also. And many of you must have come here by chance only. That is somebody told that it is there. You did not inquire. Somehow it happened. For me also I am here by chance. I did not plan. I did not tell Swamiji, Swamiji, whenever there is a slot, you give me a slot, I am ready to come. No such thing. Swamiji decided, Sakshatji, that this time we are going to do like this. I said, okay. Chance. So that also it can be seen. Some people see that everything by chance only. So sometimes it encourages laziness, you know. Don't do anything. Whatever has to happen will happen. Marriage will happen, children will happen, our job will happen, So some people believe this, you know, very seriously they believe. What? Yadricha, chance, accident, just happens. And Bhutani, elements. Some philosophers believe only 4 elements. Prithvi, the earth, Apaha, water, Agni, fire, Vayu, air. They don't accept Akasha. Because Akasha we are not perceiving. I mean, in a normal way. And therefore, they say only 4 elements. They are called Charvaka. Those who believe in this manner, they are called Charvaka, materialist. They believe only 4 elements. Some people believe in 5 elements, Akasha. So these 5 elements are responsible for creation. So all of them are what? Yonihi. So yoni means karanam, the cause. So yoni word should be connected with each one of them. Kalaha yonihi, time is the cause. Swabhava, the nature is the cause. Niyati, their destiny is the cause. Yadricha, chance, providence is the cause. Elements are the cause. And some people think Purushaha, this Jivatma is the cause. Jiva also contributes, and therefore Jiva is the cause. Iti, in this manner, Chintya. Chintya means here it should be Chintyam. In this manner, it can be thought, it can be considered. So they explored various possibilities. Kalaha 1, Swabhava 2, Niyati 3, Yadricha 4, Bhutani 5. So 5 are in one group. And Purusha, another group. All of them were explored as the Karanam, the cause of this world. And after thinking, they discovered that they cannot be the cause. And that thinking of negation of those possibilities is given in the next sentence. Sanyogah esham natu atma bhavat. Natu, we have to supply yonihi. not the Karanam too. However, these factors are not the cause. Individually, it is not the cause, that is implied. And Esham Sanyogaha, that combination, na yonihi, is not the Karan. Individually, each one is not the cause, because we are seeing this, that only Kala, only time does not do anything. Along with Kala, the things have to have got the nature to manifest in that form. For that, Punya Papa is required, elements are required. So each one is not the cause. And Esham Sanyogaha api na. Their combination also is not the cause. Individually, all five. We are first considering first group. Kalaha, Swabhavaha, Niyatihi, Yadricha, Bhutani. All of them individually are not the cause, and their combination also is not the cause. Esham Sanyogaha Natu Yonihi. We have to supply. Why? Atma Bhava. It's a very cryptic way of presenting the reason. Atma Bhava literally means because of the presence of Atma, the observer, the knower. And by this reason, what is suggested is that all these factors, Kalaha, Swabhavaha, Niyatihi, Yadricha, Bhutani, all of them are having the observer. Atma, observer. Means they themselves are observed. Drishyani. All of them are Drishyani. Objectifiable. And since they are objectifiable, Drishyani, therefore they are Jadaha. Jada means inert. And inert cannot become the cause for this very well put together world. Inert entity cannot become the cause for something which is intelligently put together. And therefore, individually and in combination, these factors are not the cause because Jadatvat. Tesham Jadatvat na te yonihi. Because of their being inert, they cannot become the cause. So they explored and they themselves dismissed. And what about the other factor? Purushaha is Chetana, Jiva is Chetana. Chetana means sentient, conscious being. How about him? He says he is Chetana, but he also has a problem. What? Atma api anishaha. Here Atma refers to Purushaha. Purushaha means Puri Chete iti Purushaha. Puri means the body. Pur means body. So Jivatma who obtains in this body is called Purushaha. In many Indian languages, the word Purusha has got the meaning of male member. Male member is called Purusha. In your language, is that Purusha? Huh? Purusha is male member?
Yes, Purusha.
In Gujarati also is that. Purusha, Purusha. So they write also. Purusha, Stri. So, Purusha in Sanskrit, it does not have that meaning, especially in spiritual context. Purusha does not mean male member. Who is known as Stri is also Purusha. Why? Because he is the Atma staying in the body. The self obtaining, identifying with the body is called Purusha. So you are Purusha or not?
Yes, Purusha.
Correct, correct. Confirmed. So, Purusha means this consciousness which is obtaining in the body. Atma which is obtaining in the body is called Purusha. So, Purusha refers to Jivatma. Here in this context, Purusha refers to Jivatma. And that Jivatma, Purusha alone is referred to by the word Atma in the second line. So, Atma of the second line is the Purusha of the first line. So, Purushaha, Atma, Jivatma, the individual self, you and me. So, don't say Jivatma somewhere. You are Jivatma. So, that Atma, Jivatma is, here we have to supply na yoni. The Jivatma is not the yoni, not the Karanam. If I ask you, did you create this world? You said, no, Swami, I did not create. Because we think immediately we'll be asked next question, why did you create? No, I did not create. And therefore, so everybody, if I ask anybody, have you created this world? No, Swamiji, I am the creature, not a creator. Spelling mein farak hai. So, creator and creature. I am creature. I am not creator. Everybody says, I am not. I am not creator of this world. I am created. And why this jiva cannot be considered to be creator? He says, Atma jivaha na yonihi. Why? Atma api, Purushaha api na yonihi. The jivatma also is not the karanam of this world. Why? Anishaha. Anisha means helpless. Helpless. Why is helpless? Sukha dukkha hetoho. Because of the reason of being subject to pleasure and pain helplessly. Jiva is helpless. Why? Because he is subject to pleasure and pain helplessly. So Jiva doesn't want to become unhappy, but he finds himself unhappy. And every now and then he becomes happy also. अचानक वो हंसने लगता है. So all of a sudden starts laughing, smiling. Something happens. So he is helpless. And one who is helpless cannot become the cause of the Srushti, Sthiti and Laya and Niyamana. The last line of the first mantra. This Kasya Vyavastham Vartamahe. So he cannot be the controller of all when he himself is controlled. One who is controlled cannot be the controller of all. Therefore, this individual jiva is not the karana. So all five factors individually cannot become the cause. In combination, they cannot become the cause because they are jada. And this Purusha, this Jiva also cannot become the cause. So 5 plus 1 plus 1, 7 factors were dismissed. Means there being the cause, that particular idea was dismissed by them. And implied question of the previous mantra, Kim Brahma Karanam? Can this Brahma, what is known to be limitless, changeless, akarta, abhokta, can that Brahma be Karanam? That also cannot become. Because creation is implying some change in the cause. Cause and seems to undergo some change to become the effect. And the cause, we are talking about the material and efficient cause, both of them, one can be only when some modification is there. Nimitta Karanam pot maker has to undergo some change to become the pot maker. And so the causality is possible only in someone who has got some change, someone who has got some doership. And we have heard that Brahman is not this doer, Brahman is not having changes, then how can it become the cause? That also is implied here. And they were helpless. They did not find the answer. And in such situation, general suggestion or solution is going to the Guru. When you do not get the answer to such questions, what is the solution suggested? Tad Vijnanartham Gurum Evabi Gachet. In Mundaka Upanishad, it is said, for knowing all this, you go to the teacher. But this is a general prescription. Like if I ask you, if you want to go to Delhi, what are the ways possible? One is you can walk. Can walk also, no? Possible or not? Yes, possible. You can go by bike, motorbike. You can go by car. You can go by flight. You can go by bus. You can go by cart. All those things we say. Because these are the common ways possible. But there is some extraordinary way which we generally don't prescribe. We don't talk about. There is a yogic way of going there. The yogis have got power to reach any place by their will. In Yoga Shastra it is there. They can manifest. They disappear here, appear there. It is possible. For us it is not possible because we have not done yoga. Half an hour meditation also we are not completing. So 7:25 itself we control. So they have done dharana, dhyana, samadhi or sanyama. Trayam ekatra sanyamaha. Those who know Yoga Sutra, that trayam ekatra, all these three they have done with reference to one for number of years. Following yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. And then they get this power. So there is extraordinary way which we generally don't talk about. If somebody asks you, suppose in the office, somebody asks that, sir, I have to go to Delhi. What is the best way you suggest? So you will not say this is a Rishikesh, you can go by yoga. I have to tell all this because the next shloka is something like that is going to come. So, general way is going to the Guru when you have such questions and you want the answer. But these people were rishis. And they had extraordinary this power of tapas and extraordinary sattva guna. And therefore, they are resorting to particular type of sanyama, dhyana, meditation. And Ishvara becomes their guru. Some guru is required. And for them, Ishvara becomes the guru and they get the answer which is given in the next mantra. Te dhyan. Okay, before this, the Advaya for this mantra. कालः स्वभावः नियतिः यदृच्छा भूतानि पुरुषः योनिः इति चिन्त्या एषां संयोगः तु न योनिः आत्मभावात् full stop आत्मा अपि न योनिः सुख दुःख हेतोः अनिशः. We have to supply yatah sukha dukkha hetoho anishaha bhavati. Alright, don't bother about too much. Next. Te ध्यान योगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढाम् यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तान्यदितिष्ठत्येकः ते ध्यानयोगानुगताः अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैः निगूढाम् यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तानि अधितिष्ठति एकः. What I did is breaking the words. They means Brahmavadinaha. Those rishis apashyan, they saw, they appreciated how dhyana yoga anugataha santaha. Anugataha being those who are following yoga, the sadhana, the practice of dhyana, meditation. Anugataha, following yoga, the sadhana, the means of dhyanam, meditation. So they got absorbed in this particular thought with prayerful mind. And anugataha, that anu has got one meaning is after this above mentioned deliberation. Anu chintanam anu. Ukta chintanam anugataha. They resorted to, anugata has got idea, also idea, they resorted to this dhyana yoga. So there are some people who have got extraordinary power and past janma samskaras, means past janma impressions, last life impressions, and they have got extraordinary sattva guna, and they, when they resort to this dhyanam, they apashyan, they saw. Ishvara became their guru. Like Arjuna, for Arjuna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna became guru. Similarly, for them, Ishvara became the guru. Now here somebody will say, Swamiji, I like this method. Yes, please follow. If it works for you, well and good. If it doesn't work, then you come to the class. We are not saying that we are the sole agent of that. We are not sole distributors. There are other distributors also. For most of the people, the regular way is prescribed. As I told you, for going to Delhi, regular ways are only talked about. But this yogic method is there. We don't rule out the possibility. So very thin possibility is there. And if it works for you, very good. We are happy that somebody in Kali Yuga also is getting it. But there are chances that you may have some hallucination of realization. Because you will go to some cave And like Gautama Buddha, you will say, Karyam sadhayami, deham va patayami. In Sanskrit, he said, either I will attain my goal or I will let this body fall. Either go or fall. So, either of these I will do. And therefore, you go to the cave and you don't eat. And when you don't eat for a long time, your mind becomes weak. And the weak mind starts hallucination. And also, the mind and the body wants to get out of this cave. And when will you get out? When some realization is there. So your mind can project some realization. That is how it can happen. I don't say that alone will happen, but there is a very likelihood of that happening. We don't say that all people who enter into the cave they have hallucination only, but this possibility cannot be ruled out. That you will have some very extraordinary experience of light and some thrilling in the body because your whole body mind sense complex wants to get out of this, and therefore you create. They say we get the dream sometimes based on our need. Sometimes our body is having the need for water, and so we get the dream. What? That I am going to a water body. So it has got this capacity. Therefore, generally we don't prescribe this yogic method. And we ourselves have not got by a yogic method. So how can we prescribe something which we have not tried? We should not try on others. जो होए आपका होए, हमारा we don't do that. We are not supposed to do that. We should see whether it works for us. Anyway, but it worked for them. And so, apashyan. So, having resorted to the sadhana of meditation, apashyan, they saw. What did they see? Not Brahman. They saw Maya. Devatma Shaktim. They saw the Shakti, power of Devatma. They saw the power of Devatma, other word for Paramatma. Paramatma means the limitless self. And it is called Deva because it is effulgent. Chaitanya Swarupa. Therefore, Devatma means the self which is self-effulgent. So they saw the power of the self-effulgent self, Paramatma. And this Devatma Shaktim, the power of Paramatma. Simple word, Devatma Shaktim means power of Paramatma. And it is called Maya. So they saw Maya. Yes, so seeing is not like sensory perception. They very clearly appreciate it. In Shastra, the word seeing comes to show clear understanding. You see my point? We say this, no? You see my point. It is not that with your eyes you see the point. But when I want to say, do you understand clearly? What do you say? You see my point. So seeing is not that with eyes you see. That point cannot be seen. Point is abstract. But we use this. So here apashyan means they understood very clearly. What? Maya. Devatma Shaktim Maya. And what is the significance of understanding Maya in the context of the cause of creation? They were inquiring about what? They were inquiring about the cause of this world, and they saw Maya. What is the connection? Very important connection is that Brahma, limitless reality, which is changeless, which is free from any action, that actionless, changeless Brahma which really cannot become the cause, becomes the cause, as it were, because of Maya. So Maya makes non-karanam Brahma karanam. Maya makes non-karanam, non-causal Brahma cause. That is the significance of Maya. In Saundarya Lahari, this idea is very nicely given. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. And what it means that if he is Shiva is endowed with Shakti, then only it can create. If he is not endowed with that, Spanditum api na Shakta. It cannot even throb. Throbbing happens only because of the association with Maya. So Paramatma by itself cannot become the cause. When Maya Shakti is there with Paramatma, then this Paramatma called Brahma, which is changeless, actionless by itself, becomes the cause. So Maya Sahitam Brahma is the cause. Brahman by itself is not the cause, but Brahman with Maya is the cause. And that is why it is for Shakti. Shakti means power. So Devatma Shakti means the power of Paramatma. Why is it called power? Because power is that which makes you capable of doing something. I have a talking power, therefore I can talk. You have a hearing power, therefore you can hear. So power makes you do what is to be done. Power gives you the status of the doer. Similarly, this Maya is called power because it makes non-karanam Brahma karanam. That Brahman which is not the cause, cannot become the cause, is becoming the cause, as it were, because of Maya. And this Maya is defined in our Shastra in different ways. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunatmika Maya. Maya has got three gunas, three factors. Sattva, which is responsible for jnanam, knowledge. Rajaha, responsible for activity. Tamas, responsible for inert things, inertia. So this is what Maya is. And Maya also can be looked upon as the potential of all names and forms. That's why Maya is called Avyakta, unmanifest form of the world. The world, when it is resolved, it becomes unmanifest and it is called Maya. So unmanifest world is Maya. Manifest Maya is the world. So the potential of this all names and forms called the world is Maya. And that is the Shakti, because of which Paramatma gets the power of becoming the cause of this world. Therefore, it is called Devatma Shakti. And it is called Maya. It is this word Maya is explained in Shastra. Niyate, Pradarsyate, Brahma, Jagat Rupena, Anaya, iti Maya. Maya is that by which Brahman is made to appear as the world. The factor because of which Brahman appears as the world is called Maya. And this Maya is Brahma Shraya Maya. It depends upon Brahman to exist. Therefore, it is presented as a power. Power cannot exist apart from the person. And so by using the word Shakti, it is suggested that Maya, which is making Brahman appear as the world, is not independently existing. And therefore, Maya is having the status of Mithya. Ontological status of Maya is Mithya. Ontology means the discipline of knowledge dealing with being is called ontology. In terms of the reality of a thing, what is the status? The status is called ontological status. So ontological status, ontological means in terms of reality, the status of Maya is what? Mithya. This is important to know because if Maya and Brahma are the cause, then there is duality. Swamiji, you said you are Advaiti. Advaitavada you are supposed to be teaching, and now you are telling two things. To that we answer, when we say Advaita, we accept Advaita as the truth. What we mean is reality is one. Maya is not a reality. Maya is Mithya, dependently existing. It does not have existence of its own. Therefore, Satyam is what? One only. Brahma eva Satyam. Maya is Mithya. So, Mithya Maya cannot disturb the non-duality of Brahman. Like in your room, you have got a special type of mirror, both sides. And in that mirror, you see 100 reflections this side, 100 reflections that side. Is it possible or not?
Yes.
Possible. If you don't think it is possible, you go to Haridwar. In that there are temples, and in that they will show both sides, there will be reflections. There is a speciality here, Haridwar. So they will have this type of mirror. You will see reflection both sides. So in your room, you are one. And there are 100 reflections this side, that side. Now somebody asked, how many people in this room? What will you say? Will you say, one, I am one, and 100 reflections this side, 100 reflections that side? So that person will be confused, So you generally don't say like this. So how many tea I will order? So one for me and 200 for my reflections. You don't say like this. Only one. So this Maya, which is a power, is dependently existing. Therefore, in Tattva Bodha, when we talk about Maya, we say Brahma Shraya Maya. And why do you talk about Swamiji Maya? So far you were not talking. Now all of a sudden, why you talk about it? To explain the world, the creation of the world, we have to bring some factor which will make this changeless, actionless Brahma be understood as the cause. The commitment of Vedanta is to show that all that is here is Brahman. And Brahman is free from any duality, plurality. So non-dual, non-pluralistic Brahman, how can it appear as this dualistic, pluralistic world? How is it possible? To explain that, we bring in this factor called Maya. Maya is a factor to account for the appearance of the world in Brahman. How non-dual Brahman can appear as this dualistic, pluralistic world? The answer is because of Maya. Maya makes Brahman appear as pluralistic. Maya does not make Brahman pluralistic. It's not that Brahman was poor fellow, one was there, Maya came and cut it into pieces and Brahman became many. No. Maya does not convert or change Brahman to many. Maya makes Brahman appear as many. One definition of Maya they give is Agatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. Means Maya. Some people are also like this. Agatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. Patiyasi means capable, expert. Expert in what? Agatita Ghatana. Making something happen which is unhappenable. So Maya is capable of making something unhappenable. Maya is capable of making happen something unhappenable. But really speaking, it does not make unhappenable happen. It makes unhappenable appear happenable. That is the magic. In fact, Maya, another meaning is magic also. जादू बोलते हैं ना जादू. Maya is called जादू. Magic power is called Maya. Therefore, in India, the magicians, their show when they exhibit, it's called Maya Jal. केलाल की माया जाल, सरकार की माया जाल ऐसे बोलते हैं. Jal means net of magic power. So Maya, in the dictionary, you see Maya means magic. So Maya is what? Magic power of Brahman. It's a nice way of saying. Maya is magic power of Brahman. And what is the magic power? It makes you see something which is really not there. You imagine that magician. He makes the, what is called, tea out of water, tea powder, sugar. Is this a magic? Not a magic. If ice is there, out of ice he produces water. Is it magic? No magic. But he will put one pot, and then after some time he first shows you it's empty. He will do like this. Empty, and he will put it there. And after some time, water of India. That is magic. Not there, appears to be there. Means he is making this impossible thing that something is empty, how can it appear? It makes us see. And thus Maya is that power of Brahman, because of which Brahman appears as manifold Jagat. We'll see the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.